Welcome to the episode 2 of Volcanics 101. In this video, I'm going to be discussing what not to do when making a volcanic burn deck. So when you're making a volcanic burn deck, these are the cards or type of cards that you should generally avoid. Power-up cards. A volcanic burn deck is more of a not attack and just lay back and burn. So increasing the attack points really won't do much, and then not doing much, they're really just dead draws or extra draws, making your deck way too big. So you generally want to avoid those cards. Let's see. Then there's these cards. These are weak burn cards. They do not burn enough life points for you to even consider getting these cards in your deck. So you should just generally avoid them. They just take up way too much room in your deck. Now remember, this is a burn deck, so what we're focusing on in this deck is burn and burn only. So this next set are gonna be poor stall cards. First of all, Firewall. It takes too many requirements and doesn't do enough for what it takes away. And Nightmare Steel Cage is pretty much a weaker version of Swords of Revealing Light, and it's not that great since it's just a watered down version that doesn't really allow you to do anything. So just generally avoid these. Infernal Incinerator. Now, since this is a burn deck, we are not going to attack. We're not gonna risk our field to attack. And Infernal Incinerator it takes too many requirements to do as little that it does. It doesn't protect itself. It can't self-destruct and take life points away. So. And more of a fact that it's a fiend type that really hurts it the most. So just avoid this as well. Now these generally people that play the volcanic power decks or beatdowns, they generally add these, but if you're running a burn deck, I suggest you don't. Cards like Tenka Bito Shit. I think that's like a Japanese name. Anyway, these guys, they're mostly for attacking, and anything can go wrong if you attack in a burn deck. I mean, you generally want to just not attack. Reasons like Magic Cylinder. I mean, who doesn't run that? So if you attack with one of these guys all souped up, you are going to get some major damage. Maybe not this guy as much, but still, he doesn't have enough attack points to consider him, like, useful. Another thing is cards that special summon, or summon stronger cards, to summon stronger cards. In a burn deck, there are really no cards that are strong that do actual burn damage, so these are generally useless. Maybe a King Pyron would be useful for that, but King Byron himself is kind of useless since he doesn't even do that much. I mean, he does damage, but for being a 5-star, he doesn't have enough attack points to stay safe. Unless played in the right way of recycling and then reusing, Fire Trooper takes way too much room and doesn't do enough damage to warrant it being in the deck. So stay away from this guy. Now remember, this is a burn deck, which we kind of want it to be fast, but we still want it to do damage. These guys, it could create a shield by not allowing your opponent to special summon to kind of lock them down into a fire deck. But really, they really have no protection for themselves, and Yeah, they really can't protect you that much. They'd be dead draws. What else? What else? What else? Oh, these guys, just stay away from them. They're useless in the deck. This guy especially, just don't run these guys, but trust me. Now these are what I like to call like weak stall cards, as well as what's it called? The chains. Oh man. Well, I don't remember what they're called, but the more powerful version of Spellbinding Circle. Point is, these are weak stall cards, so you really don't want to use these. Now, Volcanic Blaster is more of a searcher, but the reason he's here is because you don't want to run too many. One would probably be the maximum, since he doesn't search to your hand, so you're pretty much losing a draw in actually knowing what you're going to draw next. And plus, he can't really defend himself as well. He can't be launched to the... He can't be used for the Blaze Accelerator, the first one. And, yeah, he's not that useful in the Volcanic deck, actually. This one's more of a not too many Volcanic Hammers. I mean, they have their use, but they're just, they're a little harder to summon, and they don't have any protection to defend themselves. They do some neat damage, but 1 or 2 would be like the max that you should play, and you should never play 3. Another one would be too many Blaze Accelerators. I only have 2 here since I only have 4, but too many Blaze Accelerators is not that good, since you can use Volcanic Rocket to search them out from the deck graveyard. So Volcanic Rocket's really like the only Blaze Accelerator searchers that you need, and plus you can get them from the graveyard. Running out of time. Don't want to run 3 Wildfires, since it takes away your Blaze Accelerator and doesn't really do much to replace it. After Blaze Accelerator is gone, it doesn't really give you a big reward. That's what I mean by that. Other than not having 3 Volcanic Recharges, I don't think you should have 1. Maybe have like replace it with Royal Firestorm Guards or a Pot of Avarice, maybe something like that. You should only really run 1 or 0 Soul of Fire, since it doesn't do enough damage to warrant playing it. Trying to finish up real here. Monarch, only good in the beatdown, not in a burn deck, since he really doesn't burn hollows. Infernal Flame Emperors, it takes way too much to summon them and doesn't really do much. This card in a beatdown deck, yes, but not that useful, since usually the special you want the cards in your hand to launch. But anyway, sorry I rushed through the end, but yeah, this is the video.